Barra Island, Scotland. Let's move to the coast of Scotland. The proud people in kilts from the island of Barra, the largest of the islands of the Outer Hebrides archipelago, decided not to bother and began to land airplanes directly in the sea. Yes, the airport is located on the shore of the wide Bay Tre Moor, in the northern part of the island. By the way, it has as many as 3 runways, the ends of which are marked by wooden fences. The only thing that can disrupt the airport is the tide, but there's nothing you can do about it. You'll have to wait for low tide. Gibraltar. The next point of our little trip is the Rock, as Gibraltar is known colloquially. The owner of the airport, the British Ministry of Defense, uses it for military needs. During breaks, civilian flights are carried out to Great Britain and Spain, but its main feature is the intersection with the highway. Therefore, air traffic controllers here are also street traffic regulators who open and close barriers. At the same time, irascible Spaniards, though they swear, but stand and wait. No one wants to be under the landing gear of a Boeing plane. Madeira, Portugal. From the Rock is not far to the Portuguese island of Madeira, which is famous not only for its famous drink, beautiful beaches, but also for its unusual airport. By the way, pilots until 2000 hardly agreed to fly here. After all, landing requires them to perform special maneuvers. First, the airplane must be directed to the mountains, and almost at the very last moment to abruptly change the direction of flight and enter the runway. It's just a roller coaster. But in 2000, the runway was completed, and now a significant part of it is a trestle located on 180 reinforced concrete pillars with a diameter of 3 meters each. The height of individual pillars reaches 50 meters above sea level. Lakshadweep Islands, India. Now let's take a short trip and head to Asia. The first landing is at the airport of the famous Lakshadweep Islands. The name translates from Sanskrit as hundreds of thousands of islands. They are located in the Arabian Sea, at a distance of 400 kilometers from the coast of Kerala, India, and the only airport is on the island of Agatti. In fact, this elongated coral reef is the runway. The sensation of landing is unforgettable. The plane falls into the Indian Ocean. You will not be able to calm down after the flight, as alcohol consumption is prohibited on Agatti. Gisborne, New Zealand. The second airport is located on the North Island on the shores of Paverty Bay, near the town of Gisborne. It is unusual in that the runway is crossed by a real working railroad, which connects the towns of Gisborne and Palmerston North. The only good thing is that big airplanes do not land here. After all, the population of the town is only 45,200 people, and they are not very fond of flying, but prefer the train. Therefore, the airplane has to wait for the train to pass. St. Martin Island, Eastern Caribbean Islands. From New Zealand, let's head to the Caribbean. Here lurks the beautiful island of St. Martin, famous for its amazing beaches. But only one of them, named Mayho, is not lucky. After all, the end of the runway of Princess Juliana Airport, now the Queen of the Netherlands, is located right on the seashore. And since it is the largest hub in the region, planes land almost every 10 minutes and literally over the heads, at a height of 10 meters, of tourists relaxing on the beach. This place is also known as a spotter's paradise. Tibet Autonomous Region, China. Next up is Tibet. Kemdo Airport of the town of Bamdo climbed even higher than in Nepal to an altitude of 4,334 meters above sea level. The length of the runway is 5.5 kilometers. This length is necessary because of the high rarefaction of mountain air, which makes it very dangerous for airplane engines. And by the way, this runway is the longest among civilian airports. The airport serves flights of the national carrier Air China and local airline Tibet Airlines. Bangkok, Thailand. From China, we're going to Thailand, and we'll land in Bangkok if we don't get hit with a golf ball at Don Mueang Airport. Yes, that's right, a golf ball. The fact is that the oldest airport, built back in 1914 for military use, was also given a golf course so that the soldiers waiting to land could pass the time. The funny thing is, golf is still played here. That's why not all experienced pilots who can boast of decades of impeccable experience have been able to land an airplane on a real golf course. Osaka, Japan. From Thailand, our route takes us to Japan. Here we will take a look at Osaka International Airport. Its name is Kansai, and it is a masterpiece of architectural thought. Its creator Renzo Piano proposed to build an artificial island 4,000 meters long and 1,000 meters wide in the middle of Osaka Bay. From a bird's eye view, it resembles an airplane wing, which proved vital. After all, it was this shape that helped the island survive a terrible 7-magnitude earthquake in 1995 and a typhoon in 1998, when wind speeds reached 200 kilometers per hour. Saba Island, Caribbean, Netherlands. And finally, one more airport. It is located nearby here in the Caribbean, on the island of Saba, and bears the proud name of Juancho Yoroskin Airport. Juancho Yoroskin Airport. It is also considered the most dangerous in the world. The length of the runway is 400 meters, and it is surrounded by steep cliffs and the sea. The wind adds to the problems. Saba Island belongs to the Windward Islands, so the elements are strong here, and its direction is constantly changing. The airport is closed to private flights, and only specially trained pilots of the local airline Windward Islands Airways can take off and land here.